All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Wednesday. I do hope everybody is blessed, and may you be blessed in the name of Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah, as Bitcoin is getting a bit of a pause on our road to the all-time high. We got to give a major shout out to everybody in the chat. As usual, guys, we get 1,000 likes within the first half hour. We'll give away $1,000. If Bitcoin happens to hit an all-time high during the stream, we will give away $1,500. All right, Bitcoin hits new all-time high during the stream. We will give away $1,500. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Major shout out to Ray Meow. He says we are pumping hard as we are currently printing a purple candle. Shout out to Mohammed N, who says hello JC, hello my man. Shout out to Seb Traveler. Shout out to Robert Flores. Shout out to Valerie. What is going on? Shout out to HFD. HFG, you didn't short. I did take a short on the back test of this when we came down and then we rejected from this golden pocket right here. I did open up a short. All right. So yes, I did take a short here, but I'm still in my longs. And personally, guys, I am still expecting higher Bitcoin prices to come. I do think we're going to go for the high. I would be very shocked if we did not go for that high. But we're taking a little breather on the way, baby. We're taking a little bit of a breather on the way. You know, yesterday we hit into that naked daily point of control like a mosquito in your ear. Bzzz. You know, get out of here, mosquito. Those naked points of control ruining our all-time highs. By the way, huge shout out to Andy from Bitcoin Census because he's the one that likened it to a mosquito, and I thought that was a good analogy. Shout out to Tito Gaines. Shout out to Kindly Say. I have good information about crypto. Cool, man. Straight from Uni to watch Casper. What's going on? Shout out to the fish. Shout out to Web Insane. Always a big moment for JC. Absolutely, bro. Look, this is crypto YouTube, man. Every moment is a big moment. 42K now? That would be insane, actually. That would be insane, actually. Shout out to Joe Potter. He is also long and strong, baby. All right. In at 65 and you didn't sell at 73. What are you smoking? I am smoking. I guess you must be new to the channel. Here's what we smoke around here. We smoke adult diapers called the pens. All right. And what we do is we take out one of the diapers and we rip off a little piece as so. And we take it, we put it in our pipe. All right. We take a few hits. A little bit harsh, but that's what we smoke around here, baby. We smoke those adult diapers, and you're right, man. You know, the Grim Reaper is coming for me, baby. We're about to lose it all. Shout out to Mr. Moon. Shout out to Lucky Jim Bob 111. What's going on? Shout out to Chaztown. I think we have about 24 hours. It could be. We're coming down right now to the key zone of support. Support number 1 that we had marked on our chart from yesterday's fake out all-time high stream. If you guys remember yesterday's stream, the first level of support that we had marked out on the chart here was this key box. All right, and we are getting a little bit of a bounce from the key box. And we were saying if we don't hold the key box, then the next major support is going to be the support resistance flip from the value area high of the range, as well as the previous high at around $69.5 to around $70,000. So right now we're at a very important zone where we are waiting to see, is this going to hold? And are we going to push up today? Or are we actually going to come down lower to retest the $70,000 area? And of course, right now, if this box does hold, the first area of resistance we need to be aware of is going to be the Fibonacci Golden Pocket at around 72.750. The reason why is because we have these highs here just begging to get taken out before another move to the downside. So right now, if this box holds, and so far it is holding, the first target that we're going to hit is 72,788 at the Fibonacci Golden Pocket. And of course, there is a chance that we get a rejection from there And we come back down to retest our macro value area high. Because what do we all know about the 618 Fibonacci level? Of course, I don't know if everyone knows, but a lot of people know. 618, our high school crush, rejected us. Why? Because we were in the friend zone. Because she wasn't into nice guys like your boy Jay Casper. She was into criminals. Like this guy down here, Sam Bankman-Fried. I call him Sam Bankman-Fried Chicken. And she rejected us for Sam Bankman-Fried, and so we do need to be careful of a rejection coming back down to the Sam Bankman-Fried level. All right, this is the Sam Bankman-Fried level. Why is this the Sam Bankman-Fried level? Well, because it's all Sam Bankman-Fried's fault. The CEO of Bitcoin, Sam Bankman-Fried, crashed Bitcoin on purpose back in November 2022. But now the CEO of Bitcoin, Sam Bankman-Fried, is in jail. And so we don't have to be scared of him anymore. And so basically, when we come back down before the new all-time high, when we come back down to backtest this is the one last slap in the face. Take that, Sam, before boom, right? So that's why we call it the Sam Bankman-Fried level. Now, Bitcoin right now is getting a bit of a move to the downside. Unfortunately, when we go to the 6-minute time frame, we can see that VWAP today, we're just chopping around the WAP. You know, we got a little chop around the WAP, nothing too crazy. Just a little bit of chop around the WAP. And essentially, guys, we are looking for either this to form a rounded bottom and pump us up to the golden pocket, or we drop down. Now, if we drop down, again, we're looking for that back test of the value area high of the macro range, but there is another area we do need to be aware of, which if we go to the 1 hour time frame, we can see that we have ourselves a beautiful 1 hour order block right around here, 1 hour level, confluence with the weekly VWAP, all right, right around 71K. So there also is a chance that we just dip down like this, form a nice rounded bottom here without even getting the back test. But for right now, I would say this, you know, if you're not in a long trade already from this box, I would be a little bit cautious. Because as we're looking at market Cipher B on the 1 hour, we are seeing the butt cheek blowout pattern, right? Momentum's coming down, the VWAP's coming back down. Looks like she wants to give us another drive to the downside. 24-minute time frame, we have a money flow cross. And I have to be honest with you guys. This is a bearish signal. It doesn't mean I'm very bearish. In an uptrend, purple money flow is support. So it means if we do get another move to the downside and that money flow comes into the purple, we do really want to be watching as we come down to these supports, understanding that in a very strong uptrend, that purple money flow is going to be acting as support on market Cipher B, right? We go back in the past and we take a look at the money flow. When it came into the purple, this is where we start looking for the bounce. And of course, that's where we got the bounce. It came to the purple again. This is where we look for the bounce. Came to the purple again. Our next higher low. And then it moves into the blue and we get the move to the upside. So as money flow is coming back into the purple, we can say, okay, you know, there's a good chance based on historical data, based on our money flow, based on our market Cipher B, based on our Sam Bankman-Fried, based on our 6 Juanita rejecting us in high school because we were in the friend zone, that we come down lower. But as we come down lower, we've got to keep our eyes upon the charts, right? We got to be looking at this zone right here. We got to be looking especially at this zone right here. And if we start to lose this, well, then unfortunately, guys, the whole Ponzi falls apart. All right, Bitcoin is over. The CEO's in jail. And probably it's just a bad stock to own. It's just a bad stock. It'll be a bad stock. One of those stocks that just go to zero, man. You know, on the stock market. As we all know, Bitcoin is a pretty good stock to invest in. If you're into stocks, let me tell you a thing or two about Bitcoin. And speaking of Bitcoin, again, we're going to take another puff of our adult diaper hopium here. What a weird way to smoke a pipe, eh? Man, I sounded a little Canadian there, eh? Yeah, so look, guys, the two most important levels right now, as we said, are going to be the Fibonacci Golden Pocket at 72,780, and if we make another low, it's going to be 71,000, 70.8 to 71,000. If I was just waking up right now after being in a coma for 3 months, not knowing anything about yesterday's live stream where I thought we were going to hit an all-time high, and I even titled it on Twitter, all-time high celebration stream, only to be shot down to support, right? I would be looking at these two levels right here. All right, I would be looking at these two levels right here. Now, we have about 1,800 people in the chat. Make sure to smash up the likes, guys. If we're halfway there to our target of 1,000 likes, shout out to Ignazio SB. Ignazio, Shout out to Vson who says, come on, do some analysis. What do you think I am, a technical analysis channel? Shout out to Andy who says double top is in. Bro, this is more than a double top right now, man. All right, this is more than a double top. All right, let's take a look. This is more than a double top, bro. This is the we already made the double top up here. We already made the double top up here. All right. So I don't think the double top is in. I definitely think we're gonna go for the highs again, guys. Now let's not forget the bullishness of these higher term time frames. All right. Look at the 2 week. Definitely plenty more room to the upside. Look at the monthly. Honestly, the monthly's looking like more room to the upside. What were we saying here? You know, we were basically saying, you know, so long as we don't close that that momentum wave below the 60 line, we're still in the clear. And so far, we did not see both momentum waves dip below that 60 line. We saw one of them, but not both. And so literally this is the make it or break it month for Bitcoin on the monthly, because we know once both momentum waves cross that 60 line, that is, historically speaking, always the top officially in. So is there a chance the top is in now? Of course there's always a chance, but the weekly has more room to the upside, the 2 week has more room to the upside, and I find it very, very unlikely that we come all the way up to here and we don't take the high, right? We don't take the high. Think of it from a market maker's perspective, all right? Let's say you're a bearish market maker, all right? What do bearish market makers look like? I'll tell you what they look like. Bearish market makers, they wear monocles like this, all right? A bearish market maker wears a monocle like this, and he, of course, he talks with an accent like this. And a bearish market maker smokes a pipe full of adult diapers like this. Now, let's put ourselves in the position of a bearish market maker, shall we? If I was a bearish market maker, and I wanted to dump the price on a lot of people, what would I do? Would I A, bring it right up to the all-time high, and then dump it? Or would I B, make everybody think we're going to break out and hit massive highs, allow people to long the top so I can build massive sell orders, and then drop it back down? Of course, B. All right, we got to think like a market maker here. All right, we're smoking our adult diapers. The depends. We have to think to ourselves. We want maximum absorbency. Maximum absorbency. We want to absorb all the people long in the breakout at the top. Look at the confidence of this man with his maximum absorbency depends. All right. So that's why that's another reason why I think we are gonna eventually go for that high again. All right. Now I gave you a very scientific, analytical reason as to why I expect that high to come in. So you know, you could take it or leave it. You could take it or leave it. Now, when we look at the 4-hour time frame, something else I want to point out. The 4-hour time frame has a very high momentum wave with no divergence. What does that mean? Well, in my opinion, and we'll close off some of this stuff real quick. In my opinion, this means that that next push is the one that we need to look for. There is another push coming, and once we get that next push, then if things are looking like this, then we can say, man, what a beautiful liquidity grab. In fact, then we would be printing the upside down uneven butt cheek pattern. Right? Is this something we really need to be aware of? Upside down uneven butt cheek pattern. Go ahead, place that on the chart. All right. And wow. Yeah, we could see a thing or two there. We could see a thing or two there. All right, now let's check out this order flow and see what's happening on the lower time frames. Now, obviously, we got the chopper on the WAP. All right, the chopper on the VWAP here. Let's go down to our 5-minute time frame and let's kind of look at what happened all this morning. So basically, underneath the VWAP this morning, before New York opened, we did see quite a few shorts opening up here. All right, we saw an increase of open interest. We saw short trades opening up below the VWAP. We saw a few longs getting wrecked. And then, quite interestingly enough, if we go to our 15-minute time frame, we can see that underneath the VWAP, not only did we have quite a few shorts open up, but we also had about 25 million longs opening up under the VWAP, and most of those longs are still open, and most, actually, which is quite interesting as well, most of those shorts are still open too, guys. So we technically have shorts open here that could get absolutely squeezed, and we have millions of dollars of longs now stepping in to defend this level. Very interesting, very, very interesting things happening at this level. If we can hold above the VWAP for the rest of the day, as it is officially 1:22 p.m. New York time, and you know, the New Yorkers are back from lunch. They've had their pizza for lunch. They had the cheese, the tomato sauce, the oregano sprinkled on top, with the red hot pepper flakes too sprinkled on top. Not too much though, because you don't want your mouth to boing for the rest of the day, and especially tomorrow when you use the bathroom, you don't want it to boing on the way out either. They got the carbohydrates now. They're back from lunch. If they push us back up above the VWAP here, all right, I say we could come up to the golden pocket, which is right around that daily open here. All right, taking out these highs from, you know, yesterday, basically, right? We're coming back to the lower time frames here. You know, if we hold above the VWAP, we have to think to ourselves, you know, we had shorts opening up in this area. A lot of the shorts are still open here. Then we had 20 million longs opening up down here. All right, they're still in the profit still. And then once we come above the VWAP, we're probably going to go for these highs up here. All right, confluence with the Fibonacci 618 from the high to the low. And then that's going to be decision time, right? That's going to be decision time where we dump down to maybe retest some lower levels, or we go for that higher high again. Now keep in mind, most of the time after a big move, it's interesting, people are expecting crazy amounts of volatility to ensue today, but so far today we haven't seen anything happen. Why? Well, because we just had a big push to the upside. Remember what always happens after a push to the upside. We usually range for a little bit. Last time we got the big push to the upside, we ranged for a little bit, right? The time before that, you get a big push to the upside right here. And then you range for a little bit. Then you get another push to the upside, right? So there's a good chance now we're going to put in a little bit of a range up here. And if we do put in a little bit of a range up here, who's to say that the low of the range and the high of the range is not in yet, right? This is something else that we need to consider here. Maybe we take our time with it. Maybe we put in a little bit of a range like this, where we even take that high again, and then we come back down a little bit lower, and then we come back into the range. Maybe we make a higher low and eventually break out, right? There's a lot of things that could happen right now. So in my opinion, there's no need to get overly bullish or bearish, because this range is just starting to play out. And really what happens tomorrow and Friday is going to set the tone for the weekend. And that weekend, man, we have seen some crazy things happen over the weekends. I mean, look at this, right? This was a Wednesday last week. The low was put in on a Wednesday, so it's a very interesting day. The rest of today is going to be very important. These Wednesdays, man, they're no joke. All right, look at this. Also, you see on Wednesdays, we get those major pivots, right? Those major pivots. This was on a Wednesday. This was on a Wednesday. Here we are again on a Wednesday. Are we going to get a low? It's a good question. Are we going to get a high? Right? Let's see. Either way, as I said at the beginning, if I was just come to this chart for the first time, after being in a coma for a long time, the only two levels I would be interested in the immediate short term would be 72.8, Fibonacci Golden Pocket, and 71K. Right now, as far as this range goes, these are going to be the places where we can be looking for those trades, because this will allow us to buy low or sell high, right? Stop out all these shorts, reject from the Golden Pocket. Stop out all that 24 million longs that are here, bounce from the weekly VWAP, right? Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. We got about 1,800 people in here. We have about 600 likes. Weekly close is the most important. Yeah, it is. Shout out to Crypto. Yeah, it oftentimes happens on the Wednesdays. Shout out to Redo. Is unemployment on Friday? Honestly, don't know. New moon on the 1st or 2nd? I also don't know. Shout out to Moss, who says smash the likes. Shout out to Danny, who says range bound until next week. Yeah, range bound until next week, but that does not negate potentially making a high, right? It doesn't negate potentially making another high here. All right, shout out to Citoxic. Don't forget the Halloween push. Does that happen? I don't know. You got a pizza ad. That's what's up, man. I love me some pizza. Red Bull or Monster Energy? Well, I don't drink energy drinks, but I will say this. When I was in a band, we were sponsored by Rockstar. So we had free Rockstar all the time. And there was a point where I was drinking like 3 or 4 a day. I would drink these, like the orangeade and the lemonade ones, trying to be healthy. I don't know how healthy that was, guys. But look, I haven't had an energy drink in, I don't even remember the last time, all right? If you want some energy, here's what you got to do. Sleep, eat whole foods, and have a cup of coffee in the morning, honestly. Can't go wrong with coffee. Shout out to Crypto Owl who says Jesus is king. Shout out to Kai Dragon who says smash those likes. Unemployment is tomorrow. Okay. We'll have to check that out. Post-hardcore. Yeah, it's post-hardcore, sure. I was more into the metalcore, right? Same thing, I guess, right? The mixing of hardcore and metal. You know, you play breakdowns, but you sing the questionable choruses. And when I say questionable, I mean they're questionable like this, right? We don't really know what's going on with those choruses, but you do it for the girls, right? You don't do it for the guys. You sing those choruses for the girls, so that the girls like your band. You play the breakdowns for the fat hardcore kids with the flannel shirts and the big gauges, and then you play the metal riffs for the skinny metal kids who listen to Between the Buried and Me. You try and please everybody, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. So, shout out to Splashfire Films. He loves some metalcore. Do I watch Crypto Faces streams? Of course I do. Monster is the devil's drink. 666. I've heard that before. Who the heck knows? Everything's got 666 in it, apparently. You know? Who knows? Blast beats. Oh, absolutely. You know, you gotta have the blast beats in there. Don't drink coffee on an empty stomach, though. Make sure it's organic. Well, I only drink low-acid organic coffee. I know that sounds super lame, but that's the only kind I drink. And I do drink it on an empty stomach. I'm sorry. Ways of the Jedi 808s. I do drink it on an empty stomach. Like, first thing in the morning, what I do is I wake up, I pray, and then I read a little bit of the Bible, typically while sitting on the toilet, okay? Just being totally honest. And then immediately after, I pull up my trousers from the toilet. I take a cup, 12 ounces of organic low-acid coffee, all right? That's cold. And I chug it down as fast as I can from my Market Cipher mug. And then, if it's a day that I'm supposed to lift weights, I lift weights. And then if it's a day I'm not supposed to lift weights, I do 100 push-ups and 100 pull-ups. All right? You know, you got to push the caffeine into the veins. And the way to push the caffeine into your veins is chug it and then do something that's going to release adrenaline. Is that healthy? I don't know. El punto rojo al pantorago. Al pantorago. What about Tia? We might take a look at Tia. That's right, BT Bam, Marshall. That's right. You put pre-workout in your coffee, bullish off rate. Hey, you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Monster 666 in Hebrew symbols. Look, it's 3 Vavs, right? In certain types of Hebrew gematria, a Vav equals 6. I mean, just in normal Hebrew numbers, a Vav is 6. You know? Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Vav. It's the 6th one. It's the 6th letter of the alphabet. And let's see. That was weird. All right, looks like we're good. Looks like we're back, baby. Looks like we're back. We got some lag. All right, as long as we hold the white box, we're good, guys. That's right. But Bitendo says the New Testament was written in Greek. That's right. So the 666 of Revelation has nothing to do with Hebrew, but, you know, Hebrew and Greek, they're kind of related. They're kind of related in some ways. Hebrew is one of the most ancient of all languages. It's pretty old. It's pretty dang old, isn't it? El Punto Rojo printing. Man, Bitcoin is getting a little bit of a dump here. Let's see what happens. All right, so we got the lag, guys, but we're back in action. We're back in action. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, but we're back, all right? We're back in action. Looks like we lost most of our viewers, though. Let's see. Yeah, we lost most of our viewers here. And also, we still have lag, it looks like. Huh. Well, I guess it just wasn't meant to be. Maybe this stream just isn't meant to be, man. Maybe the stream just isn't meant to be, guys. You know, sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches. I'm gonna check it on my end here. Looks kind of like we're still streaming, all right? It must be the Illuminati. All right. Okay, Bitcoin is getting another move to the downside. Let's pull out our fib here from low to high. You know, it's not looking the best, to be honest with you, for a bounce. I'll be honest, it's really not looking the best. It's really looking like she wants to drop down to the next level. It's looking like she wants to drop down to the next level. And if she does drop down to the next level, I'm going to be adding to this this long trade here and just going for it. Shout out to my man Brett PG in the chat. He has 3.125 ERA. I don't know what happened to the stream, my man. I do not know what happened to the stream. So it looks like we're back though. We just went to 73.6. Really? Oh, you mean yesterday? Yep, we went to 73.6 yesterday. All right. I know. I think the Illuminatis are after me. We got no lag now. Okay, great, great. All right, let's see what's going to happen here, guys. Let's see what's going to happen as we come down to the white box. Do I use creatine or protein powder? I use bone broth powder. I use bone broth powder. Shout out to Aaron G holding it down with the wrench. I do not use creatine, all right? I stay away from those hard drugs like creatine, monohydrate, all right? Speaking of gematria in Hebrew, do you know what creatine is in the gematria? Steroid. If you do the gematria of creatine, it equals the same as steroid. You gotta be real careful with that Hebrew stuff. I mean that creatine stuff. I mean that steroid stuff. Time for ETH to catch up, says Doi. Yeah, let's take a quick look at ETH, but before we do, I want to set some alerts here on Bitcoin. I want to know if we're hitting the 786. I want to know if we're hitting the 886. Just back down here. And yeah, let's take a quick look at Ethereum. Bam! Here we go. Look at ETH. Okay, so ETH, guys, is rejecting from the value area high of the range. All right. So Bitcoin hit into the naked daily point of control. Interestingly enough, ETH pumped up after Bitcoin hit the high, right? But now we are back down under that macro value area high. So for ETH, look, if Bitcoin is going to come down a bit lower here, if Bitcoin is going to come down a bit lower and bounce from that, let's call it the $71-ish thousand level, right? Let's say Bitcoin's going to bounce from the $71-ish thousand level. What could we expect for ETH to do? I'd say ETH also to come down and test the weekly VWAP and around this support resistance flip right here. Could happen too, honestly. We could see this, something like that. That would be our next support that we got. Around that weekly VWAP. So I would be watching this weekly VWAP on ETH. I would be watching the weekly VWAP on Bitcoin as well, right? Right now, our weekly VWAP is coming in exactly 2,600, but that will change as the price continues to get lower. The VWAP will also get lower because it's giving you an average. All right, we might get a drop. All right, we might get a drop, and I'm going for something risky here, guys. All right, I'm going for something risky. If we do come down to this zone here, I'm gonna try and add to the trade. All right, I'm gonna try and add to this trade here, and try and catch a bounce from this level. All right, it might not work out. Let's see what happens. All right, let's see what happens. I'm getting nervous. I'm getting nervous and scared. I'm getting a little bit nervous and scared. Am I in a schlong currently? Yes, I am in a short from 72,700. 72,700. I am in a short from the first golden pocket retest. You know, I have to be short, because when you're in all these long trades, and you know, you see a rejection, you see a back test, you got to do it. You just got to do it. Yeah, Vile is shocked to hear that creatine is a steroid. I know, it is shocking. It is shocking that creatine is a steroid. What is my profit to loss ratio in my trades? I make 0 profits. Shout out to Trader Geo. This is all fake money. This is all demo account. Shout out to Trader Geo. Trader Geo, man, how long you been in here, bro? I think I saw you in here before, but I missed you. Shout out to Trader Geo, guys. If you're not subscribed to Trader Geo, go subscribe to Trader Geo, one of the realest in the game. All right, one of the realest in the game. Am I vegan? I'm not vegan. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all my vegans, but I'm not a vegan. Yeah, paper trades only. Shout out to Nirvana. Shout out to Brett PG. He says, Jason been in the Bitcoin since 2015 and he's trading 6 months after the halving. LOL. Yeah, guys, so I'm literally like the worst Bitcoiner in the world because I'm trading 6 months after the halving, which is a very important reminder that this is not financial advice and I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy in the YouTube with demo accounts, all right? Make sure to like and subscribe. Shout out to Trader Geo. You get some creatine in your coffee and hit the gym. Interesting, bro. I don't, yeah, the creatine for me, it just doesn't do it, Trader Geo. It gives me diarrhea, bro. Honestly. Shout out to Crypto Arrow. Are you garbage? Joe Biden said I am. Okay, interesting. Interesting. I don't know. I mean, we're getting a little dump, and I did talk to Joe Biden about the dump, and this is what he had to say.
Now, let me be clear. I've been dead since 2019, and every time you've seen me on TV, it's either been a deep fake or a body double. But the science is settled. This is all Trump's fault.
That's what Biden had to say about the dump, all right? So it was very interesting. I didn't know he's been dead since 2019, but, you know, those deep fakes are getting pretty good. Yeah, shout out to my man. He says, Jason Casper is vegan, water allergic, and natural, without hormones. That's what's up. Creatine makes you lose hair. I've heard that too, but I don't think that's true. I think it's just a natural thing found in food, but unfortunately for me, it just doesn't work. It doesn't make me stronger. It doesn't give me more stamina in the gym. It doesn't make me bigger. It just gives me diarrhea after about 2 weeks where I can't eat a dang thing without running to the toilet, all right? Of course, I don't run to the toilet. I walk on the treadmill to the toilet because my whole life is on a treadmill, guys. Believe it or not, my treadmill is placed on wheels. And then I have these oars, like you would row a boat with, and I use the oars to push the treadmill around the house. While I'm walking on the treadmill, I'm using my arms to push the treadmill kind of across the floor. It's kind of like a wheelchair, except instead of turning the wheels with your hands, you use these oars to push the treadmill around the house. So I treadmill to the toilet. What about my $1 million BLOFIN trade? The one from last night on Twitter? I said that wasn't my trade. I was asking for a friend. Shout out to V for Vendetta. Woke Chain. Woke Chain. Check out Woke Chain, guys. Check out Woke Chain. It's pretty funny. Am I a Trump supporter? Man, look, we already had lag on the stream. We're already talking about 666, and now you're trying to entice me to talk about Donald Trump in the midst of a crypto audience? Come on, man. Come on, man! That corn pop was a real bad dude. Why do I have Depends? I wear them, I smoke them. Aaron G says most people get they get the creatine through their seafood and meat. Yeah. I don't really take the supplements. Do I watch any sports? Well, the only sport I enjoy watching while we're waiting for Bitcoin to do something is powerlifting. That's the only sport I actually like to watch, is powerlifting. I don't get any kind of fun or enjoyment from watching any sport besides watching other men and women lift heavy weights. But honestly, it's more fun to watch men lift weights. I only watch women lift weights if it's something to behold, right? Like it's some crazy feat of strength. And I usually only watch dudes do it too if it's some crazy feat of strength. But I like watching people squat and deadlift. I don't really like watching people bench press too much. But definitely watching people squat, I like, all right? There's something about the squat, you know? Thinking about the squat, getting ready for the squat, looking at the weight on the bar, thinking to yourself, this could be the last time I ever squat. Getting under the bar, making sure it's right, getting the traps all, the back all, you know, tight, and the bar, stepping out from the squat, thinking to yourself, this could be it. I hope my spine holds up. Taking the breath, bracing the gut, going down into the hole. You know, then the push up. Are you gonna pop? Are you gonna pop? You know, the thought always runs through my head when I'm under a heavy squat. I hope I don't have a brain aneurysm that I don't know about until now, and this is my last breath. It could happen, right? There's so much stuff with the squat. You know, think about that. You got all these water balloon veins inside, and you're like bracing with everything you got. Your blood pressure must be like 300 over 900. If that's even possible. That's totally not possible. You know, hopefully you don't got an aneurysm up in that head. You know, pop an eyeball out. Whoop. You know, you got that squat. You know, all of a sudden, next thing you know, eyes are popping out the dang sockets. Man, Bitcoin, what the heck? What the heck? What the actual HECK is going on? Alright. What in the world is even going on with Bitcoin right now? We are drooling. Bitcoin is a drooling drunk right now. She is a true drooling drunk. What's my weighted chin-up personal record? Probably about 150 pounds for like a double or two of them. I don't know. I haven't tried to PR on a weighted chin-up in a long time, man. But this morning I was actually doing weighted chin-ups. I did a 5x5 with 2 45s and a 25, which was how much weight is that? 90 plus 25. I don't know. I'm not good at math. What do you think? I'm a trader? Yes, I'm a professional yapper. That's true, Draco. Especially when Bitcoin's not moving. You know, there is an art to keeping a live stream going when there's nothing to talk about. But we're waiting for the Bitcoin move here, because I do believe we're going to get either a pump up above the VWAP, or we're going to get a drop down to our level. So we're waiting patiently for that. All right. How old am I? Very, very, very old. All right. Very old. How am I walking when I have 2 bowling balls on my shoulders? Well, it's good. It's good cardio. That's how I'm doing it. You got to practice. Have I ever listened to the band Dystopia? I can't say that I have knowingly listened to the band Dystopia, but I'm sure that they've been on sometime in the car with somebody that I was in the car with back in the day. You know? Alright, Aaron G's record is 50 kilograms for 6. You know, as an American, I don't even know how much weight that is. You know, that's what's wrong with me. Maybe a pump song? I'm 27. How old do I look? I mean, some people know how old I am. Alright? Here we go, baby. Bitcoin getting a little bit of a... look at this. We're getting a massive bounce of approximately 0.33%. 33. That's an Illuminati number right there. Look, we're talking about Monster Energy Drink 666. We get a 0.33% move to the upside. You know, we're probably going to make $322 on that next pump. You know? Do I know Baby Metal? Oh, that's the Japanese band, right? They're all female? All right, Julian says in all caps. Okay, it's a very somber message. I'm sorry for smiling. I'm laughing because of the all caps, all right? Not because of what you said. He says to all the guys in the chat, watch Matthias Steiner in the Olympics deadlifting world record after his wife died. People think I look 35, 33, 34, 65, 69, 34, 93, 18, 34. Yeah. All right. Average those all together, and that's about my right age. That's about my right age. All right. Let's check it out, man. Matthias Steiner deadlift. We'll check it out. All right. We'll check it out. All right. I found it. All right. I know you guys can't hear it, but that's okay. You can read it. Oh! All right, this I don't know what's going on here. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm sure it's a great video. I'm sure it's a heartwarming story. All right, I'm sure it's heartwarming. When collab with Frankie Candles soon, I hope. Should I come visit Brazil? I would visit Brazil. I don't know Portuguese though. All right, Felix H plays drums in church. Well, praise God, man. I look 16. I wish I was still 16, to be honest with you. If I was still 16, you know what I would do? I would drop out of high school. I would get a job, any job I could get, any job. And I would save up all my money for, let's say, 5 years. I would work at McDonald's for 5 years and save everything. And then I would buy Bitcoin in 2011 with everything I earned working at whatever, McDonald's. If I could go back in time to being 16 with all the knowledge I have now into the future, wouldn't that be great if we could all do that? I was just talking to my dad last night, you know, about how opportunities in life come once in a while, and sometimes if God leads you to the right opportunity, you can like do really, really well for yourself. And we were talking about how there's always those opportunities out there. Like right now, there's opportunities equal to buying Bitcoin in 2011. We just don't know what they are, right? We just don't know what they are. So, coulda, shoulda, woulda. Don't come to Brazil, says Figar. All right. Have I been traveling? Nope. I don't travel. All right. Praise God indeed. Praise God indeed. Okay, so his wife died before the competition. He got the world record. That's amazing. Working at McDonald's for 5 years. Look, it's an investment. That's how I would look at it. I would look at it as an investment because, you know, think about it. You're putting in 5 years of work and then that's it, right? How much did you make at McDonald's back in the day? I think minimum wage was like $6.50 when I was 16. Around that, $6.50 give or take an hour. Right? Let's say you get a part-time job, even if you're just working like, let's say you're working like 15 hours a week. 15 hours a week on a part-time job, right? So, let's see, $6.50. Let's do the math, you know. You know, that's $100 a week, baby. All right. That's $5,000 a year. That's $25,000 in 5 years. All right. $25,000 in 5 years. All right. Let's see something here. Oh, is there a way for me to change what Bitcoin is worth? No, I can't. I wish I could. There was something where I could put in Bitcoin in 2011 and put 25K into it and then figure out what it's worth today. But, you know, you have to do real math for that. And, you know, I did drop out of high school. But unfortunately, I didn't drop out of high school to buy Bitcoin. I dropped out of high school to become a guitar player, you know? But, man, imagine putting 25K into Bitcoin back in those days, man. That would be so crazy. Are me and Moon Carl friends? Me and Carl from the Moon are literally best friends. We're BFFs. We can't live without each other. In fact, the first thing I do when I wake up is I text Carl. Good morning, Carl. And the last thing he does before he goes to sleep is text me. Good night, Jason. That's how tight our friendship is. Shout out to my man, Pedro Morales. Jason, can you look at Luna Classic, bro? It's definitely gearing up for something. Sure. Absolutely, I could look at Lunk. All right, hopefully the Lunk alarm doesn't start to go off because it's about to pump like crazy and you're not allowed to do that at Planet Fitness. So let's check it out. We just looked at it yesterday, actually. Did I say that already? Luna Classic on Binance. All right, so we were kind of looking at this thing here. We were looking at this rising channel, I think. I think this is a play that I was looking at, right? A break above the POC and then a back test. And then we were saying this is one opportunity for Luna Classic. If you're looking for a long trade. But the other opportunity would be to come down and basically break down from the wedge, right? Let's say we just get another high and then we break down from the wedge and we come to the target of the wedge. And we come down to make basically our, you know, your inverted head and shoulder pattern. But it's not really an inverted head and shoulder, but, you know, you got your first wick, you got your lower wick, then you come down for your third tap, high or low, and then blast off, right? These would be the two situations I would look at for Lunk, right? Either, you know, we're holding above the POC and we basically break out to the upside of this rising wedge, or we wait for a move to the downside and look around these lows again, right, in this box, which is coming in between 60.92 and 65.97, between the 786 and the 886 Fibonacci, right? Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. I myself do appreciate it. All right, Bitcoin, what you gonna do? Come on! What's the market maker gonna do? Yo, 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 ladies and gentlemen, what's the market maker gonna do? Shout out to Farm Digital. He says, good day, what did I miss? You missed all the price action, my man. We've literally been the most volatile live stream ever. It's been the most volatile live stream in the world. Doesn't Luna Classic pump when Bitcoin dumps as whales move back into Luna? I don't know. I don't know. Should we wrap? I don't even know if I have the ability to wrap right now, guys. Only price action can make me rap. All right, I need to be like hyped up to rap. Right now, I'll tell you, man. It seems like already it should be Friday. The amount of adrenaline and hype and emotion that I've gone through on Monday, being in that long trade, almost getting stopped out 3 times. This exact long trade, actually. All right. And then the big pump, and then the big move, not being able to sleep, because when Bitcoin moves, I cannot sleep. Guys, it doesn't matter if I'm in a trade or not. I just can't stop looking at the chart. I can't turn my brain off. Right? I'm lying in bed. All of a sudden, my wife moves a little bit, wakes me up. Or my 6-month-old wakes up in the middle of the night, needs to eat or whatever. And I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. And I'm like, man, I'm so tired. I don't even want to look at the charts because I'm so tired. Then I lie there in bed for a little bit. And then all of a sudden, as I'm lying there in bed like this with my eyes closed, all of a sudden, I have to look at the chart. Grab the cell phone. As soon as you turn on that phone, guess what? You know, I turn it off airplane mode. Now you got the Wi-Fi and the 5G frying through the head, the blue light. Now you can't sleep. You're looking at the candles. You're on the 5-second chart. Whew. Thankfully, we didn't do anything when I was asleep, right? Then, here's what you do, right? You set a few alerts. You're like, I'll set an alert if we dump. I'll set an alert if we pump, right? I gotta watch. You go to sleep, right? This time you forget to turn your phone on airplane mode. Now you get a text because your dad's up in the middle of the night, right? He's texting you some random thing. Now you're up again. You can't sleep all night because the Bitcoin might move, right? So the past 2 days, man, I've been exhausted. All the live streams, I think I did 2 live streams a day. I've done like 5. I think I've done like 7 or 8 live streams in the past 3 days, guys, including VIP ones. I don't have energy to rap anymore. Since Sui is growing, is a Sui Dex like Cetus a buy? You know, I cannot answer you based on fundamentals, but let's take a look at Cetus. I don't know anything about Cetus. Let us take a look at Cetus. Let us take a look at Cetus. Okay, so we're breaking out of the value area. We're retesting it. We got a green dot on the daily. Technically speaking, we got a hidden bullish divergence. Hidden bull div. We got regular bull div on the 4-hour, money flow and momentum wave. The 1 hour, the bottom looks absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. So, is it a buy? I can't answer the question. The only thing I can say is this. We're bouncing from key support with very bullish divergences. Now it's up to you to make a decision. Alright? I don't know anything about this thing. But we're bouncing from key support with bullish divergences on the daily, the 4-hour, and the 1 hour. And if you're bullish on it fundamentally, I can't tell you what to do. But, this daily does not look bearish, I'll tell you that. Come on, Bitcoin. Can we get a little bit of a... Oh, look at this candle. A purple doji. Money flow crossing on the 1, babe. Oh, man. I don't even know what the heck is going on with this price action, guys. This is nuts. IOTA is slowly climbing. Man, Vanaroth, you're taking me back to like the 2017 bull run. I remember IOTA. 2017 bull run. What do I think of Solana? It's going to pump, all right? Eventually, it's going to break out and hit a new all-time high. Eventually, Sol is going to pump, hit a new all-time high, all right? Let's take a look at the daily. You know, if Sol breaks out of this, we're hitting a new all-time high. Now, look, shout out to everybody who followed our idea from down here. When we were looking, we said, okay, we've broken out above the POC. Now we're going to come up to the top, at least, of the triangle, which we did. All right, so now we're getting a pullback. So the two things I would look for is, number one, a breakout and a retest. I do believe we're going to eventually break out of this triangle and hit a new all-time high. Or if we don't do that, then I would say let's look down toward the POC of the range, right, for our big break. POC down toward, I'd say, you know, it's a zone, right? It really is a zone. This is the zone to look for that next big bounce. If we're not going to break out and retest, then we have to look back down to this box between the golden pocket and the bottom triangular trend line. All right. Huge shout out to Landon Maximus. Bitcoin to 80K or 800 billion million billion thousand. I think 800 billion million thousand is probably where we're going to go. All right. 1800 billion million thousand. Price action is as strange as the music. How long does it take to be a profitable trader? It depends on the person, but honestly, I think anyone can do it in about a year and a half if you actually put your mind to it and really focus on, number one, risk management, number two, your trading strategy, and then be disciplined to follow it. I think after about a year and a half, you can actually be trading profitably. Doesn't mean you're going to be able to trade full time if you don't have a lot of capital. It means in a year and a half, you're not going to be, you're actually going to have enough experience in the market to understand how it moves and what you're doing, right? Learning TA is the easiest part of trading. Risk management is also easy in theory, but it's very difficult to implement. And then the discipline and the patience and the experience. Like, honestly, there is a big level of experience that comes with trading. Like, after years of watching how the markets move, and just understanding how price moves, there is a layer of that that's very important, more so than just the basic analysis. But I'd say if you really put your mind to it for a year and a half and you immerse yourself in this, you could actually, I think anyone could do it in a year and a half if they actually do it. I'm not talking about, yeah, I'm going to learn here and there. You know, I'm going to start a course and then stop and then come back and demo trade for a little bit and stop and this and that. No, you got to immerse yourself in it. You got to be here every day. You got to do your analysis every day. As you're learning, you're doing your analysis. You're in a trading group. Doesn't have to be my group. Any group with other traders that are like, see how other people are doing it. Bounce ideas off of people. You know, I've learned so much from other traders. All right, Bitcoin's attempting a move, baby. Come on, Bitcoin. Yeah, here we go, Bitcoin. Oh, it's a wrap cut. Now that price is moving, it's almost like maybe, nah, this isn't a good beat to rap over. Hang on. We'll have to try something different. Sorry, Tupac. We'll go for another Tupac. Here we go. This fits the mood. Family Feud by Tupac, aka Clinton Beats. Rest in peace, Tupac. All right. Oh, come on, Bitcoin. Do something. How's the order flow? Decrease of OI, so crazy.
Crystal made that hit, boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey yo, Bitcoin. We're trading Bitcoin. Don't you know little bounce like a kitty cat looking around for a mouse just to pounce on. From when they took the pants off, talking about the short trays, about to go and dance off. Yeah, talking about the beat boys, break dancing every single day, don't make noise. And we're coming back up to the VWAP. If we break above, don't you know we will pop? Yeah, hopefully if we break resistance, price will go real far and go the distance. In the golden pocket, the 618 California, driving across the bridge, Golden Gate. In your red car, just like Full House in the intro. Don't you know, don't be a slouch. Get off the couch, my man, hit the gym. The Bitcoin price is about to get it in. Cause we're coming down to the box of support we gave yesterday. Better not short, only bounce. Long, only 100x leverage. Bitcoin pumping, now let me get a beverage. Yeah, I need something to drink. The Bitcoin price action makes me think. As we're coming to the next resistance, are we gonna break out and go the distance? Are we gonna drive our car across the bridges? Are we gonna look and get our big boy bridges? Or our boots, the Bitcoin looking loose, about to take the profits, only you can choose. Yeah, to the next 618, we take a look at the picture and she's looking great. We're so in love with her, with the pixely hairline, eyes looking like they're going in straight lines. Take a look at the nose, what do you see? Two beautiful holes between you and me. And the chiclet teeth, they want something to eat when they're looking at your feet, chomping on the street. But she rejected me. She gave me the hand and she set me free. She said, Jason, you're only a friend. I like you like a brother. I will never go and bend myself to your will and be your girlfriend forever. Get out of here or I'll tickle you with a feather. So she took a feather and she tickled my armpit. It made me go, hee 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 hee, 620 to stop. But then I had to talk like a man. That had to go along with my pickup plan. Bitcoin about to pump all across the land. West coast to east coast, we're on the sand. At the beach when we're eating a peach. We're looking around, we don't want to get a leech. Sucking the blood from your neck. Bitcoin so boring, like bro, what the heck? Next thing you know, we gotta be in check to see what the Bitcoin's about to do next. And I don't even know if she's up to her old tricks. I think we're about to get a massive scam wick. Maybe to the golden pocket or 786. Pull the fit from high to the low, then we wait sick. Alright. We had a wrap, guys. Just one. It was just one, that's all we had. We need to see if we're gonna get a little more pump. Alright? Why no want talk about Sandbox or gaming project, all those days. Look, I'm just a trader, guys, like, you know, I'm just a trader, like Benedict Arnold, right? A trader committed treason or something like that. I don't know. I don't know anything about history, guys. But look, Sandbox, if you want to play in the Sandbox, bro, you do you. All right, you want to play in the Sandbox, you do you. All right. All right, shout out to Landon Maximus again. I hope I hit it big so I can be a farmer like JC. Man, anybody can be a farmer, I'm telling you. Shout out to Crypto Facts Report. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much, bro. Shout out to Landon Maximus. Pretty clear bull flag on the 1 hour. You love me. I love you too, Landon. Thank you so much for the super chats. Let's check out the bull flag on the 1 hour. All right. Yeah, I guess. Could be a bull flag, man. Let's see. We need to reclaim the WAP. Honestly, it's looking like it could happen. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on, come on, come on, Bitcoin. Come on, come on, come on, Bitcoin. Come on, come on, come on, Bitcoin. Can we take a peek at MNT? Yeah, let's take a peek at MNT. Come on, Bitcoin. I'm sorry, I'm watching the Bitcoin chart over here. 72077.8 on ByBit. All right, we're looking at MNT, Mantle. All right. Well, look, I mean, let's remove all this. We did look at this a long time ago. We were looking for a bounce from the golden pocket. We got a bounce from the golden pocket, but we never made a higher high. We made a lower high, and then we continued to dump. All right. So let's remove all our stuff, and let's go ahead and pull the fib from low to high. We're below all the fib levels, but I mean, I'm sorry, we're kind of like bouncing on the 786. So we got ourselves a little range here. So there's two ways I'd look at this, all right? The two plays I would see on this would be number one. A liquidity grab, you know, a breakout to the downside, like a big FOMO wick to take out some of these lows here, right? To either make a lower low or a higher low. That's the first place I would be interested. The second thing would have to be a breakout and a retest. Here's the things I don't like about this. Okay, I'm sorry. I take that back. There is a very bullish divergence right here. I didn't see that. So given the fact that we have a bullish divergence right here, means that, did we already bounce from the local golden pocket? Yeah, we did. All right, so there is a chance right now, and I don't like trades like this because we're basically getting in after the move has happened, but there is a chance that we are going to break out and potentially now hit our Fibonacci golden pocket retrace from the high to the low right here, which means we do have a 6.6 to 1 risk reward ratio right here. Okay, this is an opportunity, I would say, based on the following: bullish divergence at the low, and then we're continuing to see momentum and money flow get higher here. We're not seeing bearish divergences, we're just seeing consolidations, money flow gets higher, and we're ranging, right? It looks pretty good, like the risk reward is pretty good. The other opportunity, I'd say, is wait for a breakout and then a retest, right? But in general, you could say this too. It looks like we're forming really nice support, which basically means accumulating here or below is, objectively speaking, a bullish play, right? Because we're accumulating at support. We have bullish divergences. We have money flow getting higher on the daily. Check out our weekly. The weekly has a red dot, but I'd say we could easily play a game of red dot, green dot here. Money flow crossing into the blue even here. Let's go to our 4-day. Let's go to our 3-day. I like it. We have both divs on these time frames, yeah. So again, I hate taking trades like this because we kind of like missed the move. Like we're like a week late or more. But look, if this is gonna break out, we have all the signs that this thing wants to break to the upside, which means even in the event of a drop, it's still bullish. That's just my opinion, not financial advice. All right. Cats pee in the sandbox. Yeah, cats do pee in the sandbox. All right. All right, guys, give me 1 second. I gotta take a pee. I'll be right back. Alright, guys, looks like we didn't miss much action here. Alright, looks like we didn't miss much action here. But I think maybe we, who knows? I honestly, I don't even know, man. I don't even know. Alright. Thank you, V-Sun. Yes, peeing is important. Yeah, I'm about to go tease some pee, Splashfire Films. You know how that is. I'm about to go take some pee. Shout out to Investment Time. Shout out to Royal Fresh. Do I still use Market Cipher SR VWAP? I don't. I have a custom indicator that somebody made for me, and I've been using that for a long time. Peeing is important, but leading the chart is not. Well, here's the thing. I never leave the charts, guys. Alright? I never leave the charts. No matter where I go, I never leave the charts. You know? Yes, I did take the charts to the toilet with me. Absolutely. Absolutely, I did. Okay? Look, that's what toilets are for. They're for checking the chart. Alright? Do I think we bounced at 70900? Yes, I'm looking for a bounce at 70900. Alright? In fact, I'll just be honest with you guys. I got a few limit orders stacked down there, alright? I'm looking at this as a... If we come down here, I shouldn't show this, alright? I really shouldn't show this. Dang it, Jason, why do you show your... Look, I just can't keep secrets, guys. I've never been able to keep secrets, right? I would get in trouble at school. I'd come home immediately and have to tell my mom, Mom! Guess what I did? Yeah, I made him eat pencil shavings. I didn't think he would do it. I mean, look, I didn't think he would do it, but he did it anyway. Now I'm in trouble for it. I mean, what an idiot. Who would eat pencil shavings? You know? It's like the time I told my brother I'll give him 30 bucks if he takes poison ivy, rub it on his armpits, rub it on his chest, his face, his balls, his butt. I didn't think he would do it. He did it, though. I mean, poor guy had to go to the doctor, man. Look, you know? I just can't keep secrets, alright? I better pay him those $30. You thought toilets were for checking charts? No. You don't want to check your chart at the toilet, you know. Come on, Bitcoin. Can we get a squeeze up to the golden pocket at least? 72,788? 72,788. We're about to get a 1 hour green dot. Can you imagine if we get a 1 hour green dot, guys? And we just get a little pump? How's the 24-minute looking now? Man, she's not looking too bad. She's not looking too good either. Yeah, Bitcoin loves naked point of controls. That's so true. I know, Crypto24. I know. I know. Oh my goodness. Can you even imagine having poison ivy down there? Look, I've had poison ivy there. All right. I've had poison ivy on the eggplant. All right. And I'll tell you how. All right. Maybe this was just, you know, the Lord judging me for what I did to my brother, right? But I went on a hike. I went on a hike with my wife. At the time, she wasn't my wife. She was just a friend. Not even my girlfriend, right? We were out in the woods hiking, and I picked up this, what I thought was like a stick, right? Turns out it was an old poison ivy vine. Thick, right? Well, anyway, now I have poison ivy all over my hand, right? So I'm touching my face, and then, of course, had to take a pee, and I touched, you know, down there in order to take a pee to make sure I was aiming in the right spot. All right, I shouldn't have done that, you know. Now I never touch it. Now I pee like this. You know, now I pee like this. You know, just let it fall where it may. All right, gotta water the plants. But I was a city boy back then. You know, you're used to peeing in the urinal. You gotta get it right in the spot. And then later on that night, man, I'll tell you, something felt crazy down there. All right, something just did not feel right down there. All right. Yeah, it was not good, man. It was not good. All right. And my ear was all inflamed because I was like, I'm playing with my ear because I'm a fidget, right? I fidget with myself. I fidget, you know, with my eyebrows and my face and my nose, you know. The 886 is a 786 for all, so that's so true. And Bitcoin too, honestly. Bitcoin does love the 786 lately. You know, it ain't no joke. It ain't no joke. Exactly, the spot's not important. Let it flow freely. I mean, look, now I let it flow freely. All right, I let it flow freely. You know, we live out here in the country, right? You can go outside naked and no one can see you. And you know, I teach my son. I taught my son. You know, we don't go anywhere. We literally go nowhere. I taught my son just to pee outside whenever he has to go. So he'll do it. And one time we were somewhere, I forget where, but it was. All of a sudden I turn around, my son had pants at the ankles, taking a pee at some like barbecue or something. I'm like, well, I can't be mad, you know, that's what I taught him. Now I'm trying to teach him, look, there's a time to pee outside and let it flow wherever. There's a time to aim specifically at a place that's away from all the people, you know. But look, you know, yeah, he pulled out the fib in public. Yeah, he pulled out the fib in public. You know, he's 3, man. What do you expect? He's 3. No shame, you know? No shame. All right, Bitcoin getting a little bit of a move, you know. So here's the deal, you know. Here's the deal, guys. I'm trying to debate what to do right now. I'm trying to debate what to do right now. I think, you know what? Let's call it a stream for right now. If something insane happens, we'll be back, guys. If something insane happens, we'll be back. We're going to call it a stream. God bless everybody in Jesus' name. I don't take myself seriously at all, but I do take my walk with God and my relationship with Jesus very, very seriously. It's the most important thing in my life. Just knowing that even though man is fallen, sinful, and separated from God, the Creator God loved us so much that He Himself became flesh to die for the penalty of our sin that we deserved, and then He rose from the dead on the 3rd day. So now if we put our faith in Him, He promises to fill us with His Holy Spirit, causes us to be a new creation, so we can actually live in the state that humanity was created to live in, which is no separation from each other or from God. That's what gives me hope every single day. I know not everyone believes that, and that's fine, but it's literally the reason I get up in the morning, guys. That eternal hope only found in Jesus. I will see you guys next time. Peace.